Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. I am so happy to interview Rex Novi and to get to know you and just dive into your journey. So, the way we like to start every podcast is we start by reading the Yogi Tea message that's on the end. So, what is it you're saying?
Mine says, use your head to live with heart.
Wow. I had never received that one or heard that one before.
Really?
Yeah.
First time.
Do you have any thoughts on that?
That's kind of how I already live, I think. I like to think a lot about stuff, think deeply about stuff, but also like trust my gut, go with that instinct. So it's
Your
kind
gut,
of like,
doesn't our gut have neurons in it?
what was that? Does
Our
your
gut.
gut have neurons in it? I have
Yeah,
no
I
idea.
know our stomach does, right? Our heart has neurons. Yeah, our heart has neurons in it. So actually, you could think, like you could think with your heart, and then
Interesting.
yeah. So that's interesting too. Yeah. So, what set you along on your artistic journey? What set you along on your creative journey? Because you are also you are a singer, and you're a rapper, and you also are an engineer. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got started along your journey?
Um, Initially, came from a pretty musical family. They weren't musicians themselves, but just big music lovers. There's a lot of cookouts and dances and Soul Train lines, and I'm from Memphis, which is also a very musical city. And my grandma was a blues guitarist, so
That's cool.
there was always music around me. As I got older, I joined band, started playing drums, and at that same time, a lot of people around me were also musicians,
Right.
and I kind of just absorbed it. One of my good friends was like our local school rapper, and I wanted to hang out with him and just figure out how it all worked. He had a studio in his room, and he was touring and doing a lot for like 14, 15. So I was really impressionable at that
14
age.
or 15? That
he
is
was
impressive.
he was like on blogs, like this is like prime mixtape era hip hop, and he was making waves. And
Wow.
I kind of satellited my way in there, and
That's cool.
yeah.
That's inspirational. Yeah, music, having a background where you have family that appreciates music, so you're surrounded by it and like immersed in it, and then having an experience like that and to just continue to grow is awesome. So recently, right now, you have an EP out that you just released called Prologue. Can you tell us about that and the making of that and the inspiration behind it?
Sure. So I started to work on a project like 7 or 8 years ago. I thought it would be out by now. It is like 90% done. It's been 90% done for a while. And the beginning of this year, 2025, I was like, I want to get out more. I want to do open mics. I want to meet people. And as I was doing that, everybody was asking me, like, where can I find your music? Like, do you have anything online? Do you have
Right.
Spotify? And I had nothing. The project was nowhere closer to being done at that point. So I was like, let me make a new project just to kind of get the ball rolling, give people
a
something
good idea.
to listen to. And I treated Prologue more like a sampler. So it's kind of just like a showcase of what I sound like and how my music sounds and my process. And so it was a good introduction, I think. So
Yes. So yes, it is. It is a very good introduction, and to say that you weren't searchable, because I googled you and you came right up, and it was like very organized. It has your bio, it has your music, it has like everything. So
is that from the website?
It's,
Or just Googled like the search?
I just Google searched you.
Oh wow, okay. So I've been around
Yeah.
the Atlanta scene for like 10 plus years,
Yeah.
but mostly as an engineer, kind of playing the background role. And just hanging out in the studio, I would hop on songs with my friends or do a verse here, do a verse there. So I am on Spotify, a couple of songs here and there, but I had never had like an official release of my own before Prologue.
Okay, that's really well. That's you have. I will. Well, let me say this to you, is that since you just started and I can Google search you like that and your name's there, just keep going. Like just keep
Yeah.
releasing. I just actually would listen to an interview by Russ, and he gave the advice of releasing. If you're an artist and you are serious, the minimum is releasing one piece, one visual with one musical piece a month. That should be your. That's a
tall order for me, but yeah.
Yes, but you are an engineer. You engineer your own music, so you kind of have that leg up over someone who does not know how to engineer.
True.
Does not know how to mix, and that's costly. So you have that up. So just like based off of the advice of Russ is just use what you have and put it out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I like that. You have really good sound too.
Thank you.
So yeah, you're welcome.
I think my main problem is I get distracted easily. And I kind of wait for inspiration to strike. I'm not all that disciplined when it comes to making music.
Yep.
So
I feel you, and it's easier said than done.
Very much.
Because life can get in the way, and life can be very distracting. So like one of the disciplines that we're trying to implement, Infant and I, is really just being intentional and like punctual,
yes.
Not. Like if we want to work on a project, just like finishing it, like getting it through, So
those last 10% is the hardest.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah.
It's so close, but
yeah,
you almost don't want to finish it because then you don't have anything to work on. So.
Right. So, but the making of it is fun.
Yes, the journey is fun,
which is important. So you said you're from Memphis. So what was when did you move here to Georgia?
So I moved in 2004.
Okay.
It was the summer before 7th grade.
Okay.
My mom had just got a job and she was like, it's hard trying to find work in Memphis. Prices were going up. The city was changing and kind of becoming dangerous. So she wanted to get me out of there before I became a teenager and got myself into trouble. And all that stuff,
good for your mom then. Yeah. So was it transition? Was it a lot? Because I know Memphis is a different type of city. So was it like a big, was it a culture shock or not, or just like completely different? I have only gone to Memphis probably like never. I went to Tennessee. I've been to Tennessee, but not.
None.
Yeah. So I don't really know the difference because I know how it felt to come from Norristown. And then
where's that at?
In Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Which is 30 minutes from Philly. And then moving down here, I know how that felt, but I don't know how it felt. But you're also younger too, so you kind of are both Tennessee and Georgia.
I've been in Georgia officially longer now, but Memphis was it was a tough city, and I liked being there when I was growing up. I kind of saw like how it used to be before it changed. I kind of saw it decline a little bit, but I got to experience it before I left, which was cool.
Nice.
The transition was a little tough, but at 12 years old, after a month, I made some friends and played outside. I was fine. Initially, I didn't want to do it. I put up a little bit of a fight, but I got over it pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I think this was a good choice.
Yeah.
I love Atlanta. I don't really see myself leaving. I've talked about it, but I can't really think of anywhere else I would rather be. So.
Oh, yeah, it's a really good. It's a really nice city.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us about Fresh and Local and how did that come about?
So, me and my friends, all my friends are musicians or creatives of some sort, and we had got together and we were just talking about like the Soulquarians, which were a group in the late 90s, early 2000s, stuff like Questlove, Erykah Badu, D'Angelo.
Right.
Rest in peace. All those guys. And they all kind of like hung out together, / lived together, / recorded in the studio. They were just always around. And like, we love the idea of having collective or being a collective. You look at like Soulquarians or Dungeon Family or Odd Future or Native Tongues with Q-Tip and all those guys. And we wanted that for ourselves. So it started out with like 4 of us. It eventually kind of expanded to more people as more people came along. And we were doing like podcasts. We were talking about hip hop and trends and music and all that stuff. And we were doing like events. We had a few live shows. We had people perform, the associates of Fresh and Local. And then we would also do a picnic every year. So we were inspired by like our parents and like the older generation of having cookouts and barbecue and music. So we'd have free food, we've had live music, and just like a family oriented place for us all to come together. So while we were out pursuing music and the hustle and bustle, we'd have that picnic every year to bring us all together.
That sounds so nice.
And we did that for years. It's kind of taken a back seat. A lot of us are starting families and getting married and having kids. But the spirit is still there. That
gets in the way too.
Yeah. The Fresh and Local spirit is still there. So.
Oh, that's good. Yes. So so what is your writing process? Like, what is your process as a writer?
I know a lot of people in hip hop, at least, are against writing, which is an interesting flip, because it used to be like you had to fill up notebooks. Like when I was a teenager, that was the thing to do. And then around, I don't know, mid 2000s, late 2000s, 08, 09, I think Jay-Z was like, I don't write anything down. I just go in the studio and freestyle. And it's been that way for the past 20 years or so. But I still enjoy writing. I think the way that my music comes out is because I'm typing, but because I'm going line by line and trying to make things reference the earlier lines and do callbacks and all that kind of stuff. When I sit down to write, back to the discipline thing, I'm not very disciplined when it comes to writing. I usually wait for inspiration to strike. I tried like writing every day, and the more I do it, the worse it gets. So I typically wait. It'd be weeks to months before I come up with something.
Yeah.
But when I do, it all kind of comes out at once.
At once.
Yeah.
How interesting how that happens.
And then I always start with like the chorus. I'm very thematic. I have a hard time just like writing about whatever. But if I pick a topic, then I can kind of just exhaust all my ideas on that topic. So
that may help with your inspiration too, because you said you write when you need more discipline. So having like a writing prompts,
yeah,
that may help you. And then I
tried it once. I'm gonna have to try it again.
I mean, you could probably look up some and Google search some too. That'll help with your
True.
Yeah.
True. I think I have a book somewhere too, somewhere buried.
You said you have a book of like writing prompts?
Yeah, I have tons of books on music and writing.
Oh, okay.
I think I read and research more about music than I actually make music.
Okay. That's cool. So, so your name, so you go by Rex Novi. So where did that name come about?
So Rex Novi came about.
Rex Novi, you did not correct me.
Nobody gets it, and it's fine.
No, just correct me.
It's actually Latin, and nobody speaks Latin.
Okay,
so
that's true.
I was in 10th grade by the time I started making music, and just looking for cool sounding words in Latin.
Yeah.
Those two words kind of meant nothing at the time. It's Rex Novi, King Novice. Doesn't make sense when you translate it, and I thought about changing it for a long time. In the past 20 years I've had it, but the past couple of years I kind of came to a realization that I do like it and it does fit me, and the interpretation that I gave it later on is just a reminder to remain humble. So I always say, like, just because you're a master at this thing doesn't mean you're not a novice at something else.
Right.
So you can never really know it all, and sometimes you have to accept that fact and let people who do know more in this subject kind of take the lead, and you can learn from them, and just a reminder to be a lifelong student. So
that's beautiful. That's great wisdom as well. So what is your biggest motivator when it comes to being a creator?
Excuse me. I just want to top myself. I'm not in competition with anybody but myself. I try to do better each time I do something. When I first started, I used to think this thing that I made was the best thing ever. And I get discouraged, like, if I don't get this 100% right, then I'm never going to be able to come up with something else as good, and made me a perfectionist and kind of trying to do too much, I guess. But now I'm at the stage where I'll just move on. Like if something isn't working, instead of like trying it and getting frustrated, I'll delete it. Like if a rhyme isn't working or a line isn't working, I don't care how good it is. If it doesn't work, it goes.
Right.
And I think that has helped me like progress, actually, to just kind of stop caring so much and just move on to the next thing.
That's good. That's good. Because getting caught up on or fixated on one thing can hinder you.
It slows everything down.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. So you, I read in your bio, and it mentions that you foster communities. I guess you kind of touched upon that too with Fresh and Local. Because my other question to you was, how do you foster communities for independent artists? And that was
Fresh and Local, and
yeah.
like I said, it's kind of taking a back seat. But I do have ideas going forward if I wanted to do something like that.
Yes.
And one of those things is through Freeside.
Okay.
ATL, where we met at the music meetup. I had this idea, and I was going to bring it up at the next meeting to do like some kind of musical project with everybody that comes through, or like everybody can contribute to it. And we do like a collage or like a compilation album of some sort, and just, yeah.
That's good. That's
bring
great.
us all together outside of that space into different spaces. So
that's great. So with all of that being said, what are you most proud of with everything that you've achieved so far as an artist?
My first time performing by myself was January this year, and I was so nervous.
Yeah.
The venue that I was at wasn't super responsive to what I was doing, so I was still unsure about it. But 10 months later, and after releasing the project, I think the reception has been pretty warm.
Right.
And it's been inspiring to see how people like react to the music. Sorry, your question one more time. I got distracted.
No, I was saying, what are you most proud of this?
Most proud of?
Yeah, of all of your creation. You said you just started, so which is great. Like, I think you're doing great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think most proud is I picked up drums again. I took like a long break from playing drums, and I think I'm better now than I ever was. And I think drumming and rapping, I think my abilities are about equal, and I can see them progressing at the same time. So I'm pretty proud of that.
It's just I feel like your creativity, your music, and your rap artistry and your drum playing is a reflection of your growth as an individual, because it seems, based off of what you're saying, that you seem to evolve with your creation.
Yes.
So, and it's also allowing you to be reflective in the sense of knowing what to keep and what not to keep, what to get rid of when you need to, which is a great skill to have, not only within your music but within your everyday life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one part of creation that people don't always think about is the editing.
Yeah.
Like you're making a movie, you shoot all this stuff, but somebody has to edit it down. So I try to make as much as I can and then trim out the fat. So
that's great. Yeah, Prince did something like that too. Prince made like a song.
He
made it
he has a whole vault.
Yeah, like a day. Like not like he made like so much music. Him and Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
They were just like popping out all this music we don't even hear today. Music we never even will ever experience. So, and then they kept what worked, and then they narrowed it down, slimmed it down to what we have. And I think that's part of it. Like, I feel like art is similar in that sense of like sculpting. Like, even though you're not actually sculpting with like clay, but you're molding something, something beautiful and magnificent that's bigger than what you can probably see in this point in time and moment.
Yep, and that's a skill within itself. Just being able to have taste and pick out what works and doesn't work.
Absolutely. So that's all I have for today. So
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming over and sharing tea with us. And for those of you who are listening, those of you who are watching, this is Rex Novi, and we thank you for tuning in. And until next time, friends, bye bye.
See you.